Okay, good afternoon. Typically, I believe I should have probably put up a bit of a discussion video by now, which I have not. Just didn't really remember to. I have now though, and I'm not that much late or anything. I was gonna talk about. I call it the realm of possibility or the realm of reality. I also want to talk about yeah, let's just talk about that. So when it comes to the realm of possibility, the realm of reality, I am gonna try to avoid defining this term or talking about it in general, and I'm gonna just right from the beginning to the end, I'm gonna reflect on myself and pretty much conclude it with myself. First of all, I would like to say that when as early as I was as a child, I genuinely thought, and it wasn't just me that thought it. I did genuinely think that that I would one day be very successful. I mean, very, very successful. And it wasn't just me that thought it. Pretty much anybody that talked to me when I was a child, from the time that I was a small child, I think, really, to be honest and to be fair, since I was born, anybody ever saw me, they all assumed that I would be very successful. Even when there were other kids or older teenagers or anything around, everybody kind of collectively accepted and agreed that I would most likely to be the most successful person. I was always told about how bright I was, and whatnot. When I got older, when I became a teenager, from the time I was 13, yeah, I was even the time I was 13, 14, everybody around me thought I was really stupid, yet everybody thought I would be successful. This time, they didn't think I'd be successful on my own. They thought most likely I would probably end up marrying a rich girl, or either that or that I would have connections. People just assumed that I would be able to make connections really easily because they had seen me just almost effortlessly and easily just change my life around however I wanted. And really, a lot of people were really convinced that I would be very successful. Me personally, I thought so, but I never really cared about becoming successful. That wasn't a priority to me. I always wanted to be, I wanted to have, I did want to be successful at one point, but I wanted to come after another point. I was really young, and I'm not gonna talk about really what I was watching and things I was into, but I wanted some kind of self recognition and self acceptance, which I didn't give myself at the time. I knew that I was supposed to and that I should and I wanted to. I mean, by the time I was in my last year of school, I wanted to do the entrepreneur. Rather than do what everybody else was doing, I found out there was a program at Ryerson, which is a university here in downtown Toronto. They had a program called entrepreneurship, right? Some kind of entrepreneurship, which actually counted technically as a business degree or a bachelor's business program that they had. It was based on a couple of guys who had graduated from university and become highly successful off their own business, and they were representing that program. I didn't want to go to university at all. I didn't think it was necessary. I thought I could be much more successful without any post-secondary education, which is what they call it in Canada. And in States, I think, I don't know. I mean, I know you're a freshman and you're a senior when you end high school. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, I thought at the very least I'd do the entrepreneurial if I was gonna do any degree. I ended up not going with that. Um, as I became older, people started becoming convinced that I was either stupid or that I was crazy, not like mentally ill crazy, that I was just a crazy kind of person. I typically, when I started driving, I would play my music absolutely as loud as it got, and it was very loud all the time. And I like to drive very fast, and I like switching lanes, and I like just all the time just doing that. Um, at that point, I had become convinced that I was gonna become rich within 6 months, a year, 2 years, that I was gonna find a way to become rich. I still hadn't done it, number one. Number two, I had not achieved my self acceptance and my self recognition. That was all about me genuinely feeling like I was ready to earn being rich. To be honest, everybody thought I would. I mean, they thought I would still become rich with a breeze. And I wanted that on the surface. On the surface, I did want that, but I couldn't really I couldn't accept that as a reality because it didn't feel like I earned it. And I wanted to earn something before I became rich. And I always used to think that before I get money, I really gotta become the guy that I know that I should be. And what that has to do with that, I saw it as, I mean, from the moment I was 13, 14 years old, I thought that I had to first of all display some kind of bravado or something. And I would have to become a hardened person, a stronger person, before I moved on and started thinking about, well, now I wanna go to the spa every weekend, and I wanna be pampered, and I want nice food and blah 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 blah. I really thought that I gotta get that going. I did rob that bank, and then and things progressed from there, and again it came up where it was really seen as like I was just on the verge of not only becoming rich, but having some kind of status now. And it felt like it was right around the corner. However, it evaded once again. Later on, it felt like and it kind of went like that until I like continuously did this bit, I call it. In this bit is where I found out how. I mean, I finally got what I wanted. Yeah, I did things in the last section, like from that robbery, but at this point, I really. Oh, by the way, I was trying to corrupt myself also because I believe that if people were rich without self acceptance, without being real, strong, hardened, then they're just spoiling themselves, and the concept of being rich is corrupt. So I was trying to become corrupted. That didn't work much either. But anyways, this is pretty much the way I saw it going. And I would say I kind of really gained a strong knowledge of who I was, what was going on around me my entire life, what was going on from before, and what I was naturally, genetically, everything. I saw real proof of it, and I got real understanding, and it was like very obvious and straightforward. I would say I kind of gained that little self recognition that I was looking for and whatnot, and actually being strong and capable, which is much better than being pampered and given a bunch of money. And I know that now. Now, in conclusion, I'm going to talk about going forward. I don't see myself being a 100 millionaire or, being super rich or anything like that. But I do see myself as being I mean, I call it semi-successful. And I would say that, yeah, again, in 10 years, even if I'm really rich or I'm just well off, or I just got enough money to kind of handle my businesses and my personal life, and I got enough to buy myself the vehicles I want and need, and the house or the place I want and need and whatnot. If I got enough for that and enough for my venues, again, I would like 4 venues. I would like a breakfast cafe, I would like a lunch place, a dinner place, and then finally a night lounge, a beach club, or a nightclub or something. That's 4 venues. And those 4 venues are supposed to take part at different times of the day. And yeah, the 4 venue goal or whatever it is actually a real one of mine. I have set 10 years for it. But that's just because I'm not trying to say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And yeah, so back to the realm of possibility. I after really seeing real things and really gaining a much deeper knowledge of what's going on and about myself, really it's not a big thing. Think like being a successful guy, that's one of the least of the things that I'm doing. I'm trying to. You don't understand. Making money does not make you successful necessarily. It does to a small level, but that's just to a small level. Even if you have a lot of money, you gotta understand. You're in a big world, man. You're in a big world with a lot of people have money. There's a lot of ways that you have to kind of prove yourself and show that you're good for it, and show your skills and show how good you are and everything. And if you're hardened and you become hardened and sorry, what was the word, hardened and successful and everything, and self-made, you feel that confidence that when you get to that level, or when I get to that level, that I will be able to perform and do the things that I need to do when I'm there. And that's really all. That's really all it's about. And I would say that that's it. I got nothing else to talk about there. But yeah, there were a lot of times when I could have become successful if I had just taken a type of road that was there, and gotten help and gotten, and whatnot, and I couldn't do it, and at the end of the day, I ended up kind of just out of a mess, just becoming a lot stronger, and capable. Really, that's the word. Anyways, I think I've said enough. I'm gonna wrap this up by saying good afternoon.